Hello everyone, have a nice day to all of you. This is Charmaine Ilibado. In this video, I'm going to define some terms in the world of mathematics.
Namely, the graphs, vertices, edges, degree of a vertex, path, circuit, and connected.
Them one by one. Now, what is a graph? A graph is a mathematical structure consisting of a set of points or dots called vertices and a set of lines linking some pair of vertices. It is possible for the edges to oriented I dot E that to be directed edges. The lines are called edges if they are undirected and or arcs if they are directed. Okay, let's proceed to the next vertex. Vertex is one of the objects that are connected together. The connections between the vertices are called edges or links. Let me explain the difference between the vertex and vertices. Vertex is a single point defined in space. Vertices, the plural of vertex, note one point is a vertex. Two or more points are vertices. So this is the example. These two dots are nodes or vertices. And these two lines, edges or links. And the next is loop and multiple edges. A loop is an edge that connects a vertex to itself. If a graph has no more than one edge joining some pair of vertices, then these edges are called multiple edges. And the next is simple graph. A simple graph is a graph that does not have more than one edge between any two vertices, and no edge starts and ends at the same vertex. In other words, a simple graph is a graph without loops and multiple edges. Next is adjacent vertices. Two vertices are said to be adjacent if there is an edge or arc connecting them. Next is adjacent edges. Adjacent edges are edges that share a common vertex. And the next is edges. An edge or length of a network or graph is one of the connections between the nodes or vertices of the network. Edges can be directed, meaning they point from one node to the next, as illustrated by the arrows in the first figure below. Edges can also be undirected, in which case they are bidirectional, as illustrated by the lines in second figure below. And this is the example. These two nodes are vertices, and these two lines, edges or lengths. So this is the example. The next is degree of a vertex. The degree of a vertex is the number of edges connecting it. In the example below, vertex has a degree 5, and the rest have degree 1. A vertex with degree 1 is called an end vertex. So this is the example. A has degree 5, and the rest degree is 1. So let's proceed to the next. Path. A path is a sequence of vertices with the property that each vertex in the sequence is adjacent to the next vertex next to it. A path that does not repeat vertices is called a simple path. Next is circuit. A circuit is path that begins and ends at the same vertex. And this is the example of path and circuit. This is the example of path and circuit. Next is cycle. A circuit that doesn't repeat vertices is called a cycle. Next is connected graph. A graph is said to be connected if any two of its vertices are joined by a path. A graph that is not connected is a disconnected graph. A disconnected graph is made up of connected subgraphs that are called components.